Welcome to Elaine Clark VO Real Talking Tips, where it's all about communication. I'm the author of There's Money Where Your Mouth Is, a complete insider's guide to earning income and building a career in voiceovers, and voiceovers for podcasting, how to develop a career and make a profit. I'm also the creator of 2 Elaine Clark apps, Activate Your Voice, 5-minute exercises to strengthen your speaking voice, and Adding Melody to Your Voice, speech improvement instruction and workout. This first series of micro-learning lessons is 52 weeks, so subscribe and tune in each week to Real Talking Tips for a new communication lesson. Episode 41, Voice Placement, Shifting Voice Locations. Real Talking Tips 41 is the 4th voice placement episode. This 4-part voice placement series began with episode 38, where we concentrated on speaking from the middle voice placement mouth and nose area called the mask. Episode 39, we practiced several ways to use the higher-pitched head voice. Then in episode 40, we dropped the speaking voice lower and down into the chest area. Now we're going to incorporate all 3 of these medium, high, and low voice placement locations. The pitch placement of the voice is a primary component of a speaker's melodic speech pattern. Remember back in Real Talking Tips, episode 17, where we worked on the musicality of the voice and how to be a sing talker? Pitch placement variations can be used to separate concepts, ideas, information, and items in a list. Pitch placement can grab a listener's attention and create a musical story arc. Speakers can use specific pitch placements to help audiences take in and absorb information more easily. If you have a monotone voice, get frustrated when people tune out when you talk, ask you to repeat yourself, or just want to improve how you speak, this Real Talking Tips Shifting Voice Locations episode is for you. Shift voice locations from the head to the mask and down to the chest. Variety is the spice of life, so why not put variety in your speaking voice? Using your head, mask, and chest voice can spice up your performance and speech communication. There are times when you may not want to go all the way up into your head voice or drop your voice all the way down into your chest voice. The musical range of your speaking voice is often dictated by the information you're providing, person or group of people you're talking to, or physical location. That's where the power box that we worked on in Real Talking Tips episodes 23 to 26 comes in. Big and broad, medium and casual, or small and confined speaking dynamics are dependent on each situation. Here are 5 ways to add voice placement variety. 1. Story arc. The beginning of the message defines the problem, while the end of the story should offer some sort of relief or solution. Therefore, the story can start higher at the beginning, drop to the middle speech placement area in the informational middle section, and drop lower in pitch when the problem is resolved and a solution or advice is given. On the flip side, if the problem is boredom and the person you're talking to needs excitement, you can start at the lower pitch, move to the middle pitch placement area, and end up in the higher pitched voice. 2. Up, down, split the difference. When information is spoken on the same musical note, the listener tends to hear one thing rather than each individual item. One way to define each item is to place individual thoughts or items on its own musical speaking note. The best way to achieve that is with a zigzag. Okay, Elaine, what do you mean by that? It simply means that the first item is spoken at a higher pitch, the second at the lowest speaking voice, and the third item splits the difference and is spoken in the middle voice pitch area. Or the speaker starts in the lower voice, rises to the higher voice, and ends in the middle speaking pitch. The opposing first two speech pitches that are 180 degrees apart establish a more dynamic and dramatic difference. Landing the final item in the middle ties the information together in that third speech location. 3. Stair-step up, stair-step down. When a gradual addition of information is needed, the speaker can raise each item or thought up a note or more, or start higher and lower each item down. 4. Hook. You can use the word emphasis hook that we worked on in Real Talking Tips episode 36 to grab a listener's attention by starting the S-shaped musical speech variation from a higher voice to the middle and lower voice, or start the talking S movement from the lower voice to the middle and curve in the higher voice. 5. Thermometer. The voice can rise and fall like a thermometer to build or relieve excitement. Use the head, mask, and chest voice to create a story arc, zigzag, stair-step, hook, and thermometer speech pattern. Let's practice shifting the high, medium, and low voice placement locations. 1. Story arc. Follow along with me as I say the following instructions to create an auditory story arc from high to low and then from low to high. Example 1. I raise my hand and form a tight fist. Then relax my hand and open it up. Then turn the hand over so it faces up and drop the hand a little lower. Example 2. My hand is low with the palm of the hand up. I raise my hand and turn the hand over so the palm faces down, then raise my hand higher and form a tight fist. 2. Zigzag up, down, split the difference. Using both hands, raise one hand higher and place the other hand lower. We'll practice up, down, split the difference, followed by down, up, split the difference. Example 1. One hand is high, and I leave it in place as I place my other hand lower and leave it in place, and then move the higher hand into the middle space in between. Example 2. One hand is low, and I leave it in place as I place my other hand higher and leave it in place, then move the lower hand into the middle space in between. 3. Stair-step up, stair-step down. You can either alternate hands or use one hand to create the up and down musical speech rise and fall. We'll start with a stair-step up, then go to a stair-step down. Example 1. My hand is placed low, then raises higher, and then raises higher. Example 2. My hand is placed high, then drops lower, and drops lower again. 4. Hook. We'll practice the musical speech hook 2 times. The first starting higher and curving lower. The second starting lower and curving higher. Example 1. S-curve higher to lower. Well, we meet again. Example 2. S-curve lower to higher. Hello, everyone. Good to see you again. 5. Thermometer. Gradually raise your speaking voice from low to high, then smoothly lower the speaking pitch from high to low. Example 1. Build excitement from low to high. We're going to get you charged up and ready for success! Example 2. Add relief or a story arc conclusion. What a great event! I'm so glad all of you could join me here. So there you have it. 5 ways to use the mask, head, and chest voice in everyday conversation, public speaking, presentations, podcast, and voiceover recordings. Congratulations on completing this 4-part voice placement series. Join me next time in Real Talking Tips, episode 42, as we begin a new 4-part series on the power of persuasion. Thanks for joining me on the Real Talking Tips podcast. To find out more, check out my books and apps and visit my website, ElaineClarkVO.com. Let's stay in touch. Become part of the Real Talking Tips community. Hit the subscribe button and use #RealTalkingTips, #ElaineClarkVO. You can also follow me on Twitter at Elaine Clark VO, Instagram ElaineClark.vo, and Facebook Elaine Clark Apps and Books. And don't forget to practice. It's all about communication. Go ahead, click the subscribe button.